I wake up every day is a daydream. Everything in my life ain't what it seems. I wake up just to go back to sleep. I act real shallow, but I'm in too deep. And all I care about is sex and violence. A heavy baseline is my kind of silence. Everybody says that I gotta get a grip, but I let sanity give me the slip. Some people think I'm bonkers, but I just think I'm free. Man, I'm just living my life, there's nothing crazy about me. Some people pay for thrills, but I get mine for free. Man, I'm just living my life, there's nothing crazy about me.
Bonkers.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. Hope you're all doing well after the holidays. Hope you guys got some time off, some good time spent with family and friends. But we are back. The weekend is here. It is Saturday, and you guys are right here on 90 Minutes to Glory, the soccer betting show here on the Betting News Network, powered by our lovely sponsors at Bet Online. Go to Bet Online using promo code BNBOL55. Get yourself a 55% deposit bonus immediately in your Bet Online account. And if you're like me, you're going to need it because you haven't hit a couple of bets the last few days and your account's running low. So use that deposit bonus, replenish those funds, and let's get after it today because we got a lot of stuff to chit-chat about here on this fine Saturday. Of course, we're going to get into all of the EPL. We've got six matches, I believe, for the rest of Saturday, as well as 2 tomorrow on Sunday that we are going to break down over the course of this first hour right here on 90 Minutes to Glory. If soccer's not your thing, that's okay. Stick around. Here in an hour, SPJ is going to be joining me for BETSPRESSO, talking all things, all sports on this fine Saturday. We're going to get into some NBA, some NFL on this Saturday, and, of course, plenty of college bowl games. So we got a lot to talk about here on this fine Saturday. Like I said, starting with some EPL. Now, I do have scribbles already out there on bettingnews.com, so be sure to check that out. Got a couple of a few bowl game scribbles out there, as well as some EPL that I'll be chit-chatting about right meow. So let me get those in chat for you. I will say, I hope you tailed or you didn't tail my Manchester City pick in the article there. He went off this morning at 6:30. Now I wrote about, I didn't take anything. Right hand up, did not take anything in the 6:30 match, but I did lay out there Man City to win in shutout fashion at plus 178. That did not hit. However, City to win and under 3.5 at plus 160, or City to win and under 4.5 at plus 105, both would have cashed as Man City walked away victorious 2-1, jumping the Gunners on the EPL table. As it currently stands right now, Manchester City is on top of the EPL table, leading the Gunners by just 1 point. What's up, Chew? How you doing, sir? Thanks for watching on Kick. Appreciate you, as always. Chew. Oh, I knew it was you, Chew. Don't you worry. Ain't no Chew 22811 that I don't know, Chewy. I know that's you, Captain. Thanks for watching on Kick. We appreciate that. Man City currently on the top of the table, leading the Arsenal Gunners by just 1 point. However, they have played an extra match. They've played 18 matches. Arsenal has just played 17. Arsenal getting ready to kick off here in about 25 minutes. They need a win or just a draw to stay on top of the table with Manchester City. So we can get right into that. Yes, usual programming, Chew. You're stuck with me for about 55 minutes. Stuck with me for about 55 more minutes talking all things soccer. And then SPJ is joining me for BETSPRESSO. So we got 2 shows for you today. 90 Minutes to Glory, followed by BETSPRESSO. Yes, sir. It's just me and SPJ today. No other fellas on BETSPRESSO. Just me and SPJ. Just like old times. No, I don't believe there's any UFC. To be quite honest with you, let me check the schedule real quick. But no, does not look like there's any UFC until 2026. First scheduled weekend is January 24th. UFC 324 on January 24th in Las Vegas. We got Paddy Pimblett taking on Justin Gaethje. So that's the UFC here in a couple weeks. So no UFC today, but we got NBA. We got NFL. SPJ might have some NHL. There's NHL today. There's some hockey today. Hockey's back. Full hockey slate this evening. No, Chew, I don't think so. I think Ohio State's going to blow the doors off them, to be quite honest with you. I had very little faith in Miami in the Texas A&M game. They proved me wrong, but their offense wasn't up to standards that you're going to have to be to take down the Buckeyes. So no, it's Ohio State for sure. It's Ohio State for sure, Chew. No worries. All right, let's get into some EPL because I was discussing that Manchester City team on top of the table now just took down Nottingham Forest on the road, earned that win, earned 3 points. Now they are on top of the EPL table. However, Arsenal still has to play today, still in control of the table as it seems. A win today puts them right back on the top of the table ahead of Manchester City. A draw would even make them tied with Manchester City on the table. I believe Arsenal would have the tiebreaker there. Still plenty of matches to be played. However, Arsenal today, they are at home. They are at home facing Brighton and Hove Albion. We are going right back to an auto bet. We have bet this plenty this season. I tell you all to bet this pretty much every game with some certain stipulations. Those stipulations, those parameters, whatever you want to call them. If Arsenal is at home, check. They're at home today. If Arsenal is facing a much inferior EPL opponent, check. They're facing Brighton. And you can get their shutout for plus money. Check. All three of those boxes checked. That's an auto bet. Arsenal on the money line and both teams to score no at plus 138. We need Arsenal to win in shutout fashion. Now, you could pair Arsenal on the money line with the under 3.5. You'd get about plus 129, about the same odds. But you are covering your butt a little bit if they win this thing 2-1. I am not worried about Arsenal conceding a goal because their back line is the best in all of Europe. They've been playing with their reserves the past few games. The reserves have been doing just as well at holding the back line strong. And William Saliba and Ricardo Calafiori were both back in the lineup last match against Crystal Palace. I think they keep things super, super tight at home. They have 15 shutout victories so far this season in 27 total matches, shutting out and winning against their opponents over half of the time. They've done so in 9 of 14 games at home at the Emirates Stadium. They would have had 16 this week, but Crystal Palace scored in stoppage time. This team has allowed just 10 goals in 17 EPL matches. They're the best in the league by far. Brighton, they've been shut out in their last 2 league contests. They suffered a 2-0 shutout to Arsenal at the Emirates in the Carabao Cup earlier this season, so they've already lost in shutout fashion to this team on the road. I think history is just going to repeat itself today. I think the Gunners have way too much to play for. They recognize this as a chance for them to earn 3 much-needed points at home against an inferior team. They know they got to earn those 3 points to stay ahead of Manchester City on the EPL table. So I've got all the faith in the Gunners to do exactly that and win this game at home in shutout fashion. I like Arsenal to win 2-0 at 6-1 for all you correct score sickos. Arsenal at 2-0 at 6-1 is the correct score bet. We should have lineups out, so let me just take a peek at that. And yep, we are looking all good to go. Ricardo Calafiori out playing left fullback, William Saliba controlling that back line, and they've actually got Declan Rice back in the lineup starting at right fullback. Declan Rice, more of a central midfielder, kind of a defensive midfielder, but definitely very capable of playing that right fullback position for the Gunners. This doesn't worry me at all about my bet. I still think they're going to get the shutout. If you'd like to do the under 3.5 rather than both teams to score no, feel completely free. I think Arsenal will have no trouble scoring, but Brighton, I don't think they're going to be able to keep up, to be quite honest with you. The talent level, the discrepancy is just massive in my eyes. So, and it looks like Gabriel is even available off the bench for the Gunners if they do need help in the back line there. So Arsenal's going to be rock solid. They're going to be just fine. Under 3.5 is -170 for a reason. Their money line is -300 for a reason. Arsenal's going to get the job done. I'm betting on them to do so in shutout fashion at +138. Again, you can pair the money line with the under 3.5 if you'd rather. Slightly less odds, about +129-ish. So virtually the same price. Either way is a go for me. I think Arsenal wins this game 2-0 at +600. Stays on top of Manchester City in the EPL table. So that's what we got in that first game. That one kicking off here in 19 minutes, but we do have 4 others going off at 9 o'clock. Yes, total of 5 games going off at 9 o'clock. Our marquee standalone match is Chelsea against Aston Villa, 3rd and 4th teams on the table right now, going head-to-head at 11:30 Central, 12:30 Eastern. That is the marquee match later this morning, early afternoon. But let's get into the rest of these 9 o'clock games. I've only got bets in 2 of them right now, but we are going to break down all 6 of these matches on Saturday. We'll take a look at the 2 on Sunday as well. Excuse me. Bean juice making me burpy. Gotta love it. Fun stuff. Here we go. Let's get into it. Next match I do have a bet on is a bit lopsided. I'll say it that way. Liverpool is hosting the Wolverhampton Wanderers. Now, Wolverhampton is the worst team in the EPL by far. 17 matches through the season. Wolverhampton has not won a game. They're 0-2-15. They only have 2 draws on their record as well. 2 total points in the league, 15 losses for the Wolverhampton Wanderers this EPL season. It's been a character building season, to say the very least. They're building a lot more than character down there in Wolverhampton. It's a rough go. Still searching for their first win, playing in their 18th league match. They've netted just 9 goals in their 17 contests so far. They've allowed their foes to score 37. Both of those, they are dead last in both of those stats in the EPL. At this point, they're going to get relegated. It's pretty much set in stone. They can obviously, they're not mathematically eliminated. They are not mathematically forced to be relegated at this point, but it is looking very, very likely if they don't turn things around. Now, Liverpool is a team that I had lost faith in earlier this season. Austin, good morning, sir. Happy Saturday. How you doing? Thanks for being here. We're talking some Liverpool. Liverpool, a team, again, I had lost faith in them early in the season. I wanted to see it again because they were just skating by for, I want to say their first 7 or 8 games. They were still undefeated, but they were just escaping barely with some wins. And then it finally caught up to them. They started getting beat. They started getting beat pretty badly. Lost 3-0 at home to Nottingham Forest, I believe, in the EPL. They lost on the road to Galatasaray in the UCL. Things weren't looking good for Liverpool, but they are looking to stay even with Chelsea and Manchester United, who are all tied up at 29 points. Now, wins against easy teams are crucial to get all 3 points possible. Liverpool knows this, especially in their situation where they're fighting for a spot on the table, essentially. So they'll understand that with Wolverhampton coming to town. Hey, we can't overlook this team. We need 3 points. A tie is a loss. A loss is obviously a loss. Nothing will satisfy us except a win at home against the worst team in the league. Liverpool, they've allowed just 1 goal in their last 3 overall. I think this team is finding their form once again. I am starting to believe again in this Liverpool team. I'm starting to have faith in them. Do I fully trust them? Not yet. But at home, against the worst team in the league, who has just 2 draws all year long, Liverpool should get the job done. In EPL play, the Wolves have been shut out 10 times this season. 10 of 17 matches, they have been shut out completely, including 6 of their 7 matches away from home. I think this could get ugly. I expect it to get ugly. I expect Liverpool to win in a shutout fairly easily. So give me Liverpool on the money line. Both teams to score no, priced at about plus 125. I think Liverpool does win this game 3-0 at 7-1. Again, I do think it gets ugly. I looked at Liverpool and the under 4.5, but I definitely did not like the price I was getting for that bet, which is why I moved on to the shutout. I do have faith in their back line to at least hold strong again against the worst team in the league. They have barely netted half a goal per game so far this EPL season. The Wanderers are just they're terrible. They're horrendous. This is totally fine. I would be willing to bet this at a little less than even money, minus 105, minus 110. I'd be willing to bet it there. At plus 125, it is absolutely a go for me. So give me Liverpool on the money line and both teams to score no at plus 125. Again, we're taking Liverpool 3-0 at plus 700 for the correct score. So that's what we got in the EPL. That is all I've got right now. That is the 2 bets I have locked in right now on the EPL. We're taking the Gunners to win in shutout fashion at plus 138 against an inferior team at home, and we're doing the same thing with Liverpool, taking them to win in shutout fashion against a very inferior team at home. Both at plus money. All we got to do is split, and we'll walk away with a nice profit. Hopefully, we can get both of them, though. That'd be great, as always. All right, now let's get into the rest of the 9 o'clock EPLs, but because we got about 13 minutes if we want to lock in any bets, and we've still got 3 more games to break down before they get going. So let me know if you got any questions from the chat. I'll be happy to answer them. But now we'll just go into to these next 9 o'clock games. Brentford hosting AFC Bournemouth. Brentford looks like a small, short home favorite. Let's look at how these teams have been doing recently. Brentford coming off a win over Wolverhampton, got shut out by Manchester City. Drew with Leeds, losses to Tottenham and Arsenal in shutout fashion. Not great. AFC Bournemouth, 3 straight draws, followed by 2 losses beforehand. How long has it been since Bournemouth won a game? They have not won a match in 8 straight. 8 straight. No wins for AFC Bournemouth. They are really falling down that table. It doesn't really help when all of the top clubs are coming after your top goal scorer, Antoine Semenyo. Very, very highly sought after transfer right now, scoring tons of goals for Bournemouth, leading them with 8 through this EPL season. That puts a damper on things on your offense. The same thing was happening with Crystal Palace earlier this year. Eberechi Eze was the talk of the town. Everybody wanted him, and he got transferred to Arsenal. What happened to Crystal Palace's offense? They are pretty much non-existent at this point. That's what happens for these smaller clubs that almost get poached. By the bigger ones as just like their farm systems for these bigger clubs. Once you have a stud winger forward, whoever it may be, come up in these amongst these smaller clubs, those big clubs come calling with much deeper pockets. That is for sure. Jay Measy, how we doing, sir? Happy Saturday. Welcome. Oh, man, gotta love the bean juice. All right, Brentford, Bournemouth, I don't want to touch that game. That seems like trouble, to be quite honest with you, because my gut still does lean with Bournemouth, and they're probably going to get blown out. So nothing for me in Brentford and Bournemouth. Let's move on to Burnley and Everton. I will tell you right now, looking at those 2 teams, boom, my mind goes right towards the under, but it is 2.5 at minus 180. So we might have to look elsewhere. Let's take a look at the Everton lineup. No Grealish still in the lineup. They still got Pickford, Keane, Tarkowski. Looking fine on the defensive end is Everton. Offensively, not very appealing with their choice of lineup today. Burnley looks like they're going to be maybe a little more aggressive, coming out in a 3-4-3. Kyle Walker playing more of a right mid position. Yeah, my lean would be under, but I certainly don't want to pay the -180 for under 2.5. I certainly don't want to pay more for even more of a cushion. Let's take a look at these odds, see what we've got. Burnley and Everton under 2 at +104. Also not very appealing. We could go the first half under. First half under would be probably around +150-ish. Let me see what I can find. Doing some live betting right quick. We got games going off here in 9 minutes. Live labbing right here on the BNN. Total goals first half under half a goal, +158. +158 for Burnley and Everton first half under a half. Now, Burnley's defensive statistics do not give me very much hope, giving up 2 goals a game at the bottom of the table, but neither offense is that potent either. Both these offenses scored less than 20 goals per match, or less than 20 goals total, less than 20 goals total so far this season. Everton's actually one of the highest teams in the standings with as little goals as they have scored. 18 goals scored for Everton this year, just 10th on the EPL table. But those stats puts them bottom 5 in terms of goals scored. Not great if you're Burnley. How strong can their defense be? That's got to be the question. They gave up 1 to Bournemouth. They gave up 3 to Fulham. They gave up 2 to Newcastle. Gave up 1 to Palace, 3 to Brentford, 2 to... Wow, not looking good from Burnley's defense. I'll be honest, chat. I think we're going to just stay off of this one. I think we're unfortunately just going to have to stay off this one too. And guess what? That is A-okay. Because I looked at these games last night. Nothing was jumping out. We found the 2 bets. We found the 2 bets that we're taking. We're taking Arsenal in a shutout at +138. We're also taking Liverpool in a shutout at +125. Both those matches getting kicked off here in about 7 minutes. That's all that jumped out to me. Brentford and Bournemouth, didn't like it. Re-looking at it this morning, Burnley, Everton, I don't think I am sick enough this morning to try and bet that under, or the first half under. Not really doing it for me. West Ham and Fulham, that's really just another stinker that I want no part of, because my gut would say Fulham on the road, but you cannot get them for a solid price in my eyes. I don't want to pay the +140 on the money line for them to win, and double chance line is definitely not playable. Considering, yeah. So nothing from me. Nothing for me, and that's okay, because they're getting started here in about 6 minutes, and we got 2 bets to roll with, so that's what we're going to go with. That's what we're sticking with. Arsenal on the money line, and both teams to score no at +138, and Liverpool on the money line. Both teams to score at +125. Again, nothing else in the 9 o'clock window, 10 o'clock window is really moving the needle for me. Brentford, Bournemouth, gross. No, thank you. Burnley, Everton, cannot get there with the under. Although I will say, I like the first half under, +158. If any of you have some stones, want a little 45-minute sweat here in 5 minutes, Burnley, Everton, first half under, +158 is where I would go in that game. Again, I'm going to hold off. And then West Ham and Fulham, I really don't even have a lean there. Fulham should get the job done, but I am not going to back them with my hard-earned cash. So that's what we got. That's what we got in the early EPL. Again, those matches kicking off here in about 5 minutes. I got the TV set up for the live sweats. You're going to see me not very happy if Brighton or Wolverhampton are able to net a goal here early in this match. But we'll find out here in about 5 minutes. All right, let's move on to that very last match on the Saturday slate. Chelsea taking on Aston Villa, hosting Aston Villa at 11:30 Central, 12:30 Eastern. Chelsea hosting this game at Stamford Bridge. Both teams pretty identical season statistics for the most part. There is a bit of a divide on the table between these two teams. Aston Villa currently sitting in third place with 36 points. They're 3 points behind the Arsenal Gunners for second place. But Chelsea is in fourth place. They are 7 points behind Aston Villa. So you've got Manchester City at 40, played 18 matches. You've got Arsenal at 39 and Aston Villa at 36 total points. Both of those teams have played 17 games. And then below that, you've got Chelsea with 29 points. Manchester United and Liverpool all tied at 29 points. Chelsea and Liverpool both have a game match to play today, whereas Manchester United already played their 18th match of the season on Friday. So, looking at the table, fairly big divide between Aston Villa and Chelsea. This would be a chance for Chelsea to close that gap. Chelsea gets 3 points, and they beat Aston Villa today. Aston Villa doesn't get any. Boom, that gap is closed to just 4 points. Chelsea has a chance to really make a move on the table, and I think they're going to do that at home. I would not be willing to pay the minus 120, though. I would want Chelsea for plus money if I was going to back the Blues. I lean that way just because they're at home. Their team total at 1.5 minus 123, essentially the same price as the money line. I would lean more with their team total because Aston Villa is a solid offense, is an offense that would be able to net goals on the road. I'm not sure that 2 goals guarantees a victory in this match. That's what I look at when I look at a team's team total when it's priced very similarly to the money line. I kind of ask myself, is that number of goals, in this case 2, is 2 goals going to be enough to guarantee a winner in this game? I don't necessarily think so, which is why I would lean more with the team total rather than the money line in this spot. Plus, Aston Villa is a team that has been sneaky. This was a team that I almost just kicked them to the curb really early in the year. They were not performing well. They were not scoring. They were certainly not defending either. And then they figured something out and turned things on. And they have won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 straight matches. Aston Villa has won 10 straight matches. With Jeff liking West Ham's team total over 1.5 plus 125. Okay. Against Fulham, not bad. Everton's team total over 1.5 plus 110. Okay. I don't hate it, Jeff. I'm holding off of those 2 games, but I'll root for you. Oh, he's got some Serie A as well. Udinese team total over 1.5 at plus 220. Might have to look at the Serie A slate, Mr. Jeff. Look, Aston Villa is playing way too good for me to fade them against Chelsea. Chelsea's a team that I like. I like to see Chelsea do good. I actually have stake in them to win the EPL along with Arsenal. So both those tickets looking fairly solid right now. But I would worry about Chelsea in this match. Aston Villa coming to town. I don't necessarily think they're going to overlook Villa. You can't really overlook a team that's ahead of you on the table. But I do just worry about Chelsea not being aggressive enough in this match where I know Aston Villa will be aggressive. They've got nothing to lose. If they lose this match at home, okay. Udinese, Colby. Udinese. It's not Udinese. It's Udinese. Just letting you know. Yeah, I think I'm more leaning with Villa, but I don't think I'm gonna bring myself to take it. I get enough bets out already. Arsenal just getting started. Liverpool just getting started. Let's have ourselves a day. Lean with Villa. Don't know if I'm gonna be able to take it. Sorry, just hit the remote on the table. Let's get these dual screen. Oh, are you not gonna let me multi-view? Come on. Chad, are they really not gonna let me multi-view this? Just let me watch both soccer games. They're both on YouTube TV. Thank you. Thank you. We got it. Taken care of. Situation. All right, we're good to go. Except I can't see that, but that's okay. We'll figure that out. All right. Half hour in. We're through Saturday's games. Saturday's games are kicking off. Arsenal, we're sweating them out. Liverpool, we're sweating them out. And again, Chelsea, Villa, I'm not going to take anything. Not going to take anything. I'm saying that right now. Not going to take anything. Not going to take anything. Not going to take anything. Even though I do lean with Villa, especially on that double chance line. Villa plus a half, plus 105. I think they can earn a draw on the road against Chelsea. I got faith in Villa to do that. So lean with Villa. Not going to take it though. So, all right. Let's get into tomorrow's EPL because we've got two EPL matches on tomorrow's slate. We got Sunderland taking on Leeds United at 8 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock Eastern. And then later we've got Crystal Palace taking on Tottenham at 10:30 Central, 11:30 Eastern. Sunderland and Crystal Palace playing hosts in both of those games. If I had money that needed laundering, I'd throw it on Liverpool team total over 2.5 at minus 110. Hate taxes and Wolverhampton stink. Jeff, you are absolutely correct there. I hate taxes too. Wolverhampton, they stink. Absolutely. No doubt about it. I'm on Liverpool to win in shutout fashion. Liverpool and both teams to score no, plus 125. That's my bet. I do like the 3-0. I like Liverpool 3-0 at plus 700. So hopefully they get there with your team total today. So because they need to turn it on if they want to get back into a UCL position. All right, let's talk tomorrow. 2 EPL matches. Sunderland hosting Leeds United. And I immediately need someone to tell me why Sunderland's money line is plus 165. Why on earth are they not a bigger favorite? Why are they not a bigger favorite? Leeds United has been abysmal all year, especially defensively. Cannot stop giving up goals. 31 goals conceded this year. That is bottom 4 in the EPL. They're bottom 5 on the table as is. Whereas Sunderland, you've got a team in 7th place, playing very, very good, winning a lot of low-scoring games. They are the highest team on the table that has not scored 20 goals yet this season. However, they are tied for 2nd in terms of goals allowed. So the Sunderland back line is getting the job done for this team. They are getting the job done for this team. Leeds can't stop anything. They're scoring, but are they scoring against good teams? Well, they just put up 3 against Liverpool and Chelsea. They put up 2 against Manchester City. They put up 4 against Crystal Palace. Haven't been shut out, and it looks like 7 straight matches. I just think Sunderland's the better team here. And I would certainly be willing to back Sunderland on, let's say, the draw no bet at minus 110. The double chance has no value at minus 250. But at minus 110 for a draw no bet, I think Sunderland's going to be the play. They are at home. Again, hosting a Leeds United team that has scored, let's see, Leeds has scored 24 goals in 17 matches. 10 of them have came in their last 3 games. True, I was going to guess Popeyes, to be quite honest with you. That ghost pepper sandwich, I know you were getting that. Sunderland's got to be the move in this game. I don't want to back them on the money line just because it's a little worrisome. I just see this being a 0-0 game. To be 100% honest with you, let's just get inside Shaggy's head real quick. I see Sunderland and Leeds being a 0-0 game. If somebody wins, I do believe it's going to be the Black Cats. They're at home. Leeds has been abysmal, especially defensively. I trust Sunderland's offense to be able to win and at least earn a draw. So, again, there's no value on the double chance line at minus 250. That's out the window. It's either going to be the money line or the draw no bet pick'em line. We have push potential with the pick'em, obviously, a minus 110. Leeds, they're unbeaten in 4 straight, which worries me a little because they beat Chelsea, they earned a draw against Liverpool, they beat Crystal Palace. All these teams right around Sunderland in the table. Ooh, thank you, Jeff. Sunderland is missing a bunch of players. That would explain it. Yeah, wow. Oh my goodness. I'm looking at Sunderland's injury report right now, actually. Yeah, that's it. They're all on international freaking duty. Why do we have international duty right now for specific players, specific countries? What are we doing? Oh, it's the AFCON. AFCON's doing their stuff. So all the African national players are out. Okay. Well, that sucks for Sunderland. That definitely gives me some pause, that's for sure. Huh. Well, thankfully that explains the line. Jeff, shout out you, Jeff, for letting me know, keeping me informed. Probably just gonna hold off, team. To be 100% honest with you, you are indeed doing the Lord's work, saving me money. Because Sunderland, not as appealing anymore. Leeds team total might be the move. Don't hate that, Jeff. Nice juicy plus 175 for you on Sunday morning. That'll wake you up. That's for sure. I'm probably gonna just hold off then on this Sunderland game. Who's the next game? We got Crystal Palace was hosting Tottenham. Crystal Palace, no SAR. Big. Tottenham, let's see. You're still missing Solanke. James Madison's out. Oh, let's take a look. Tottenham not playing well. Lost their last 2 in the EPL. Shutout on the road against Nottingham Forest. Not a great sign. Not played well against PSG or Arsenal. Both those matches on the road. Shutout by Newcastle again in the Carabao Cup on the road. Let's take a look at these odds. Jeff, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on Tottenham Crystal Palace? I kind of want to know what you're looking at, to be quite honest with you, big dog. I would say this seems like a big number to get Tottenham for. You can find their double chance at minus 150. That's plenty juicy. I don't necessarily want to go there. Palace have dropped 3 of their last 4. It's going to be the Bum Olympics. Should that just be reason to stay away from these games, I guess? It really should, if I'm being smart. That's all the reason to just stay away from these games. Sports gambling, hard enough as it is. Yeah, I might just stay away from Sunday EPL. It's not enticing me. Nothing's jumping out. Both teams to score -135. Okay. Might have to be the move. Crystal Palace, pretty solid on that backside. And I don't know, with the way Tottenham has been failing to score against teams with a pulse, we could say, against teams with a pulse in the EPL, that would give me a little bit of pause. I don't know. Chat. I think we're just gonna leave it alone. I think we're unfortunately just gonna have to leave this game alone. Both these matches, actually. Palace and the Spurs, as well as Sunderland. Brentford already on the board. Thank goodness we didn't even touch that game. Bournemouth, not getting the job done. Not getting the job done. Brentford already on the board just 9 minutes into the match. Glad we stayed off of that one. We got Liverpool with the corner here. Let's see if they can take advantage. Come on. Probably nothing. It's going to be very anticlimactic, guaranteed. Guaranteed. Virgil van Dijk trying to break free. I love watching the small midfield forwards that are, 5'6", 5'10". No offense to short kings. I'm one of them. I love all the short kings, but watching them try to defend the 6'4" Virgil van Dijks on a corner kick, hilarious. Hilarious. Thursday's EPL EFL cooking a 20-leg parlay to defeat poverty. Do we have a massive Thursday slate? Is it a huge Thursday slate? I haven't even looked at this week. Oh, New Year's Day. Yeah, New Year's Day. We got 4 EPL games, a whole bunch of EFL championship matches, all morning sweat. Jeff, are you gonna wake up in time to watch those games? Because I certainly am not. I'm planning on being asleep. Massive Thursday. Hey, there's one Australian game too. Western Sydney playing MacArthur. If you want to get involved there. Lots of English soccer though on Thursday. We will certainly have to get involved. Yeah, League One, League Two. Luton Town. Gonna be back in Luton Town. God, some of these names I haven't even seen since FIFA 2012 when they were relevant on the Lord of the lower leagues. Jeff, you and I, we're gonna get along. All right, you and I, we're gonna get along just fine. Let me tell you, you came to the right spot. I'll see you right here every Saturday morning. All right. People, we got about 17 minutes left of me yapping, but don't go anywhere because guess what? I'm not going anywhere. We got an hour of BETSPRESSO starting right here at 9:30 Central, 10:30 Eastern. SPJ, the man, is going to be joining me. We're going to talk all things Saturday sports. We got NBA to chit-chat about. We got NFL to chit-chat about. We got some bowl games. We might have some NHL. I don't have any. I'm putting that on SPJ. We'll see if he has any ice. But we're going to have a full day. Full Saturday day. Yeah, Kadar, I'm with you. Thursday morning bets are just autopilot. Whatever I booked the night before, we're just letting it ride. All right, we're just letting it ride because, yeah, I will be sleeping until 1 p.m. on Thursday. If it's degenerate, I bet it. Can't wait till Premier League darts. Oh, Luke Littler, man. Yeah, I'm not a dart guy, Jeff, but even I'm aware of Mr. Luke Littler. All right. I think every degenerate is probably aware of Luke Littler to an extent. Arsenal! We're on the board, baby. Gunners! I didn't even see it. Who was it? Is it Jokeris? They're kind of... oh, no. Odegaard. Martin. Mr. Martin Odegaard with the goal for the Gunners. What the heck happened there? Oh, that's just bad ball by the keeper. quick counterattack. Saka to Odegaard right at the top of the box. Left-footed snipe. Thank you. Thank you. Big Dingling, you should know by now. Colby's got Saturdays off. You should know that by now. Come on, man. You should know that guy's schedule like the back of your hand. You're his biggest fan. I still think you're his burner, but that's a different story. Arsenal's on the board. We're sitting pretty. That's going to make Mr. SPJ happy whenever he gets in this studio here about 15 minutes before BETSPRESSO is kicking off. Chat, I got scribblers on bettingnews.com. All kinds of bold games. I wrote about 3 of them. Hey, I get it. All right. I get it, Dingling. I can't escape that guy even when I want to. So I get it, man. We're all good. I got scribbles out there at bettingnews.com for 3 of the bigger bowl games today. I'm targeting the Pop-Tarts Bowl as you've got to if you're betting bowl games, if you're a degenerate, or we're betting on the Pop-Tarts Bowl, we're betting on the Tax Slayer Gator Bowl and on the Kinder's Texas Bowl later this evening. All of those games later this afternoon. Georgia Tech, BYU, the Pop-Tarts Bowl, that first one on the schedule at 2:30 Central, 3:30 Eastern. So plenty of time to lock in those bets. Kedar, it's brown sugar cinnamon money line, man. All day, every day. I don't care what the juice is. I'm paying the juice on brown sugar cinnamon every single time. I do have strawberry coming out of the fruits division, but that's a different story. A little underdog there. Yeah. Lock in, man. Lock it. Every single day. Jeff, we can do that. We can absolutely do that, but I am going to make you stick around for 13 more minutes. I'll do that with my man, SPJ, on BETSPRESSO. We do have a 10 o'clock Central bowl game, Pittsburgh and East Carolina. That game in Annapolis, actually. The Go Bowling Military Bowl, Pittsburgh and East Carolina. It's the over, Jeff. It's the over. It's the over. Pittsburgh, East Carolina. I did not bet that officially. I do have it in a excuse me, that bean juice. I do have it in a contest entry. That Pitt ECU over 51.5. You've got a Eastern Carolina team that is all pass and all offense. East Carolina defensively can't stop anybody. Sure, they stopped FAU last time they played, but that's FAU. They gave up 3 points to FAU. Pitt, a legit ACC offense, didn't really show up against Miami or Notre Dame, but guess what? They get to play East Carolina today. So Pitt, East Carolina, definitely over that 51.5. Hey, well, SBJ is going to be up here in about 12 minutes. Hey, he's not dishing out any college football opinions, though. That's just your boy right here. It'll be all my brain power. He'll just help format it a little bit. Penn State, Clemson, I don't have any thoughts on, but I know a man much wiser than I on the under. So Penn State, Clemson, we're going under on that game. And then I think the same thing in UConn Army. Let me check out this wise man, see what he said. We like the UConn Army under as well. UConn Army under. Army just runs the ball. That's all they do. Army under. So that's what we got for the first 3 games, actually. First 3 bowl games, over, under. Over, under. Pittsburgh, East Carolina, over. Penn State, Clemson, under. UConn, Army, under. We'll go through a couple more because I got time to kill. And I'll pitch you the ones that I do have scribbles on BETSPRESSO. But Miami, Ohio, and Fresno State, my kind of bowl, the Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl. Looking at Wise Man, says he likes the under in this game. Fresno under. I would initially lean with Miami, Ohio plus the points, which kind of does go along with the under, although we've steamed up from 3.5 to 5.5. Don't necessarily like that. I will also say right hand up, didn't check the opt-out injuries as much in this specific game because I wasn't writing about it, but let's do that right now. Miami, Ohio. Oh yeah, actually, not Miami, Ohio. It is not Miami of Ohio. Missing their stunning wide receiver, led the nations in yard per catch. Oh, actually, he did travel with the team. Cam Perry might be playing. Best defensive end, Adam Trick, not going to be playing. Starting cornerback, not going to be playing. Starting right tackle, their best O-lineman, also not going to be playing. They have a freshman starter since DeQuan Finn left the program in like October. But I guess the freshman got benched. You know what? I think we're just gonna we're just gonna stick with the under. It's steamed 6 points down. I think it's probably steamed that way for a reason. So yeah, we're gonna take Miami Fresno under. We'll listen to the man wiser than us on that one as well. And then I like North Texas a lot. This is one I did not bet, but I really did like it with North Texas to absolutely blow the doors off of San Diego State. Drew Mestamaker, stud quarterback, going to transfer, expected to play. He's going to be at the Power 4 level next year somewhere, slinging the pill. I think he might as well use this game as kind of a tryout, to be quite honest with you. His head coach left for Oklahoma State. He's been linked there a little bit, but I'm not convinced that he's just going to blindly follow his head coach to Oklahoma State. I think he's going to keep his options open. He's definitely good enough to play at other Power 4 programs, not just the Oklahoma State Cowboys, who are kind of in the toilet right now. But I think Mestamaker will play in this game and will definitely use it as a tryout. So I like North Texas minus the 6.5. You're getting under a touchdown. San Diego State. Wow. Missing defensive coordinator. Their passing game coordinator will serve as the interim DC for this bowl game. San Diego State, a team that's already all defense anyways, missing some guys on that side of the ball, including the coordinator. That's going to be North Texas for me. I'm actually just going to add that right now. Let's look that up. Where's North Texas? Where's the best line for North Texas? 6.5 is absolutely fine with me. I am seeing, there's a lot of sevens. There's a lot of 7.5. Show me there's a 6.5. There are 6.5s. Unfortunately, I don't have access to that dang book. I really don't want to text someone. Ooh, actually, there's one. 115. North Texas minus the 6.5, minus 115, making its way to my card. Oh, actually, that's not a 110. Let's check and see if this line is still where it says it is. I hate when odds boards don't line up and they don't update right away. I know you guys know what I mean. Because I should not look at an odds board. Yeah, it's not there. I should not look at an odds board. Team total could be the move as well. I'm just gonna lay the 6.5. I'm gonna lay the 6.5 personally. Where we found it on the sports book that does jerseys. If you're big into jerseys, you know what sportsbook offers that book. I know a lot of people are limited on there. Thankfully, I am not yet, but maybe after this bet, minus 6.5, minus 115 for the North Texas Mean Green. It has been booked, so it's been added to my card. I don't hate this, Jeff. The team total could certainly be the move as well. All right. That's some bowl games. Okay, there's 3 that I left off, but let me start writing these down. Let's get a little organized. Might be easier because Jeff, I'm betting all these too. All right, we're just making a little bowl game parlay today for all 8 games. So let me find blank sheets of paper, figure this out, get the job done. What did I say? Let's see. What did I say? All right, we want over. Pitt, ECU over. We want Penn State, Clemson under. We want Army, UConn under. We want, what else we got? What else did I say? Georgia Tech, BYU. I'll tell you, it's BYU. It's BYU. We'll just take the money line there because that's nice. We said Fresno, Miami. We're gonna go under as well. I kind of do like Fresno in that game, but North Texas minus the number, absolutely. And then the last two, we got Virginia, Missouri, and LSU, Houston. Look, I'm going to talk about these here in a little bit, in about 5 minutes when Mr. SBJ joins me. We're going to talk some bowl games. I really like Virginia. I really like Virginia outright. I have zero faith in this Missouri offense, especially with Matt Zollers leading the team. Freshman could not get the job done. Bo Pribula jumping ship, leaving the program. I really like Virginia plus the 4. I like the Virginia outright as well. I did take their team total over 19.5. You're going to hear about that here in a little bit. But I do like Virginia to win this game. So we'll just go UVA plus the points. We'll say plus the points for this little parlay. And then we're capping it off in the Texas Bowl. Let me say this again. It's the Texas Bowl. It is in Houston. Do you know who's playing in that game? Houston. We're taking Houston on the money line. All right. I got the 8 picks. Let's start plugging this into a sports book, see who's going to give us the best odds for this bet. Don't worry, Mr. SPJ going to be joining me here in about 4 minutes, but let's cook up this little 8-legger and see what we're getting. We're just taking BYU on the money line. We've got that over. North Texas up to 7.5. Man, we're going to take that spread down because I do not want to get hooked. That would suck. We're taking North Texas minus the 6.5, minus 132. I don't care. That's totally fine. Virginia plus the 4.5, even better. And then Houston on the money line, 8 legs plus 13,075. Let me build it on another book. Look, people, line shopping, incredibly important. Line shopping, incredibly important. I would argue possibly more important with these lotto parlays that everybody loves to do because the difference could be 200 cents to 1,000 cents. And that just makes so much of a difference depending on what you're betting on. Is this a bot stream? No, this is not a bot stream. I don't believe so. Are you a bot? You might be. I'm not sure. North Texas minus the 6.5. And then what did I say for the last 2 games? We got Virginia plus the 4 and Houston on the money line. That's giving us 13. 1v1 me in chess. Not a big chess guy. OLV, not going to lie. Not a big chess guy. I could probably hold my own, though. All right. I'm getting 13,063 and 13,521. But we have some slightly different numbers. But I think we're going to go with the juicier odds because we're looking at an extra point on the over. Wuss. I got stuff to do, OLV. I got stuff to do, brother. Maybe schedule it out a week. I'll kick your butt in chess. How about that? All right. We're getting the over in the pit by an extra point, 52.5, under in the Penn State Clemson, under in UConn Army. BYU on the money line, under in Fresno. Come back next week. Schedule it out. I'll take you down. North Texas minus the 6.5. We're moving that spread to below a touchdown. I want the mean green below a touchdown. Virginia catching the points and Houston on the money line. I'm booking that right now before I forget. Plus 13,521. One pick in every single bowl game today. Synergy checkers, though, that might be a different story, man. I might take you down in checkers. I gotta plug all of these into my freaking bet slip again. This irks me. That's okay. North Texas, we took that spread down to 6.5. Chat, I'll post this on the timeline. I'll put it in chat. I'll do all those good things. You can tail along. Hey, man, how's it going?
Chat's making you do parlays. It's only taken chat to twist your arm for 2 years. Is that what we're saying here?
It was Mr. Jeff. It was Mr. Jeff. He just said, "Give me the move for every CFP game today, and I'll parlay them." And I was like, "All right, why not? We got some time to kill." All right, it's booked, people. 5 wins me $676 if all 8 of those legs come through. It's the bet line on the chess match. I don't know, Austin. We're gonna have to figure out some odds.
Do you play chess?
I don't. I have played chess.
Big chess guy.
I wouldn't go that far. No.
Oh, I'm saying I'm a big chess guy.
Oh, are you? Are you? Okay.
I was on the chess club.
Maybe you have to take down OLV then. He's one to 1v1 someone in chess. I might not be the guy for the job, but
yeah, we could tag team.
Exactly. All right, people. This has been 60 minutes of 90 Minutes to Glory. Thanks for sticking around for the full hour. We talked all about EPL today and tomorrow. We're live sweating Arsenal. SPJ, they're up 1. We love it. We need the defense to hold, though. We need that shutout. And then we need Liverpool to turn things on. 90 Minutes to Glory is done. I'm not out of here. I'm sticking around with SPJ. BETSPRESSO starts right now, talking about all things Saturday sports, NBA, NFL, college bowl games. We're getting into all of it right meow. See you guys on the other side.
Disco X on the line, just as I suspected. No one really gets over me. I'm unaffected. Why would you try to ever put me second? You're just another groupie to me. No, I'm out here single, and I need some real. Now I got standards, never fuck can't fail. I'm out here single, tell me what's the deal. Now I got standards, give a fuck can't fail.
Another hour right here on the Betting News Network. Welcome to BETSPRESSO in the AM. You've been hanging out with him for the last hour. That's Mr. Nate Horner, Mr. Shaggy Bets. My name's Sweatpants Jesus. Stoked to have you guys here for another hour right here on the Betting News Network. Hey, buddy. How you doing?
Hey, dude.
Hey, dude.
It's like old times. Crazy.
I know. Chat, for all of you that remember from 3 years ago, over 3 years ago, this channel, you literally used to just be me and Shags multiple times a week, chatting ball with you guys. Now we have various shows. No chess show, unfortunately. We'll have to work on that.
We'll have to work on that. Absolutely.
We'll have to get that up here. Thanks for stopping by right here on the Betting News Network, brought to you by our sponsors at Bet Online. If you're watching us on YouTube or on X, thanks for being here. Come and hang out with us, twitch.tv/betting news, or on Kick with our friend that wants to play chess. Whichever one you want to do. Come hang out with us. We are doing a giveaway today. However, there are no duck race today. No duckies. So you don't have to worry about your bandwidth getting screwed.
Thank goodness.
Yeah. The giveaway today will be in honor of me having a trivia question for the chat. But you got to stick around. I'm going to drop it a little bit later. So stick around. All you got to do to win is answer the trivia question correctly first in the Twitch chat. So that's how you win today. All you got to do is be in our Twitch chat. You can be in YouTube, Jeff. I know you don't want to switch over to Twitch. That's fair. Yeah, all you got to do to win is answer the question. Shags, you will probably know the answers.
I was going to say, yeah. You
have to reserve. You have to reserve. Although maybe you won't. I don't know. It was.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm assuming as a ball knower you will. But we shall see.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. I know, Jeff. Royce O'Neal sold my soul last night. Love the read. Guy went 1 for 4 from 3 and just forgot to play basketball. But shit happens. I hit a bunch of other bets, but this is the only one that Jeff tailed apparently. So that's how that goes. Gotta love it. Jeff, you've said this joke about 5 times and it has landed. So I'm not going to bring it up on the screen, but yes, indeed. Titans. The answer's Titans, Shags.
The answer's Titans. Titans, always. It's always the
Always.
Titans.
Always. So as you said, big day in front of us today. You just talked another hour. Go Gunners. Let's go. Got the goal. Love to see it.
Yep.
Keep rocking and rolling. Talked about the EPL going on today. We're going to jump in. We're going to talk college football. Got the Pop-Tart Bowl today and so many others. We're going to dive into talking about the big bowls happening today. 2 NFL games that are in front of us today on NFL Saturday, both of which have a lot of implications on the line, which we'll talk about both of those. Big day in hoops. No college basketball for you, unfortunately. The kiddos get one more day off. They're back tomorrow.
I'll say there's one game. It's tonight. If you have to bet it, it's Northridge plus the points. Northridge is playing Stanford in a meaningless game that nobody's going to watch because there's so many other sports going on. I don't know why they're having this game. I don't know why they just moved this game to Sunday, but Northridge plus the 16.5 is the move if you have to bet college hoops today. I will be holding off.
Oh, there you go. I'm sure somebody just took that for advice, especially our homie on Kick who wants to play chess. He just took that, and now he's going to bet that with you in spirit. All right, we've had this discussion before, and we'll cook the parlay at the end of the show, and then we'll get out of here. I'm also going to the beach this afternoon because I'm in Florida with my in-laws. My first time to go to the beach before I get the staff article put together later today, and then watch some football to finish off the afternoon. So
love it, man.
Absolutely love to see it. Okay. We need to answer this first, and foremost, because we've had this discussion, you and me especially, for at least 2 times in the last 3 years, whichever the best Pop-Tart is. I was going to do Smash or Pass today on Pop-Tarts in honor of it being the Pop-Tart Bowl day, which will lead us into talking about the Pop-Tart Bowl. But I know you stand pretty staunch on this opinion that the brown sugar cinnamon is the best Pop-Tart. Chat, let us know what you guys think. What is your GOAT Pop-Tart? Are you still standing staunch on the brown sugar cinnamon being the GOAT Pop-Tart for you?
No wavering whatsoever. It's brown sugar cinnamon every single day. Don't care what the chalk is. Don't care what juice I have to pay. Brown sugar cinnamon comes out on top every single time.
Yeah, we have that graphic somewhere of the odds for Pop-Tarts. It's been recycled many times at this point over the last 3 years.
Right.
But I will say strawberry does always hit for me. Because I'm more of I like the fruit breakfasty type of things. I like brown sugar cinnamon. It's not my goat, but I do like it. It always hits. Hot Fudge Sundae is a sneaky one. We talked about that one before. If you're feeling a more like dessert for breakfast type of vibe. But any with icing. If anybody says to you that they like a Pop-Tart without the icing, no miss me with all that.
No thanks. Yeah, I'm with you. I would say too that I get the whole fruity aspect, and I get why you would gravitate towards the fruity Pop-Tart flavors. But man, if you're having a Pop-Tart for breakfast, you're going the dessert route anyways, so you might as well go all in. Brown sugar cinnamon, hot fudge sundae, chocolate chip cookie dough, whatever you got to do, man. That's just my 2 cents.
And they need to be toasted appropriately.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sometimes they're okay cold if you're in a pinch, but they got to get freshly out the toaster.
Absolutely.
Wildberry does kick. That is a good that's a good pull from Deadhead.
Yeah.
Raspberry is also good as well from Synergy. Love to see it. Rusty DM'd me this morning, and then we'll jump into these games. Rusty DM'd me this morning and said, there's so many people awake at 7:30 Mountain Time. Why is bettingnews.live? And I was like, Rusty, we're live right now. Go talk to Chad. Hang out with him as we speak right now.
I literally just went live at 7:30 Mountain Time.
Yeah, literally at that particular moment in time. Unless I was missing some sort of sarcasm, it was a little early for me, and the coffee hadn't quite kicked in yet. So I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, Mom Martinez getting doused with snow. Is it snowy in Kansas City?
No, dude. It's 65 and sunny. I got a tea time this afternoon. I'm hitting the golf course.
Oh yeah.
So
best way to spend the last.
It was the opposite of a white Christmas here in Kansas. It was hot yesterday, 2 days ago. We've had great weather. It's gonna go back to like 30 on Monday, I think. But this weekend, 65 and sunny. Can't complain.
Ho ho ho. Do you like that better than a white Christmas?
No, I definitely prefer the white Christmas. 100%.
Same. I like being in Florida with my in-laws. It's fun. Like, it's great. You're in Florida, sunshine, getting a little tan. It's great. Fantastic. But I like Christmas when it's snowy outside. Like, that makes me feel snowy.
On Christmas Eve, my wife and I were actually, we're walking into church, and, we're just strolling. We weren't rushing because it's 3 degrees outside. We didn't have our heavy coats on. Like, it was like, this doesn't feel like Christmas Eve mass, but whatever.
Yeah. No, no worries.
No, I
right,
I prefer the white Christmas for sure.
Same. We got a lot of sports to talk about, which we will jump into in a second. But since I have you and I don't get to speak to you like this very often in front of the peoples, what are your thoughts as a Kansas City Chief fan on this new stadium? Obviously, I don't know as much of the information as much as you probably do. We don't have to dive into like how it's getting paid for. We don't have time for that. But just as a Chiefs fan, as a whole, Chad, I'm sure you've seen this. The Chiefs in 2030 or 2031, I think, are going to be moving from Arrowhead into a new multi-use, as most places now when they upgrade their stadium situation is multi-use, and you can use it for stadiums and concerts, and there's restaurants and there's places to live and all this type of stuff as a multi-use, and it's moving states as well going into Kansas. So what are your thoughts as a diehard Chiefs fan? Are you going to miss Arrowhead? Do you like the move? What do you think?
Buckle up. All right, let's unpack this because there's a lot to unpack.
Liverpool goal too, by the way.
Love that synergy. Come on. All right, defenses. Arsenal,
Liverpool,
we're both up, but we cannot afford a goal. All right, we need defenses to hold strong for that second half. Come on. All right, buckle up. A lot to unpack because there's a lot going on. So as a diehard Chiefs fan, Chiefs only, not talking about the whole city, just a diehard Chiefs fan, I'm sad because the Chiefs are going to lose the aura that is Arrowhead, one of the most historic venues in the NFL, one of the oldest, I'm pretty sure as well at this point. So you're leaving that, and you are with that leaving a little bit of the Arrowhead magic, you could say. And I know everyone's talking about the fans make up the stadium, and the fans are going to be just as rowdy at the new stadium. And yes, they are, but still some of the historical significance with Arrowhead, I feel like is kind of being left there in that parking lot in Raytown, which sucks. Not great. Chiefs are, and then you add into the dome aspect of it, and the Chiefs are losing, the weather advantage that we have sometimes, especially when Tua comes to play us in the freezing cold. So the Chiefs are not going to have that. So as a diehard Chiefs fan, yes, I'm sad. It sucks that we're leaving Arrowhead, but it needed to move on. It needed to happen because there was a vote about a year ago in Jackson County in the Missouri, side of things to renovate Arrowhead, and the Chiefs will stay there. The Chiefs are going to stay there for another 50 years or whatever, and we're just going to renovate it. Liverpool just scored again, by the way.
Yep, 2-0.
That got shot down. That got voted down by the Jackson County residents. They, said it wasn't the best plan. They thought it was kind of a plan that was just kind of thrown together, wasn't really thought out, whatever. The point being, they shot that down, and so the Chiefs went looking elsewhere. They said, hey, we gave you our proposal. You didn't want it. Okay, we're going to look elsewhere. Kansas came calling with very deep pockets. And guess what? Money runs the world, people. So the Chiefs are moving across the state line to the Kansas side of things, building, like you said, a new multi-purpose domed stadium, which makes so much sense economically nowadays. You're not going to build a football-specific stadium. You're going to build a big old $3 billion structure that has other uses, which, again, totally makes sense. So as far as a Kansas Cityan and a fan of the city, I think it's great. We are now in play for Super Bowls. We're now in play for Final Fours. We're in play for a college football playoff and all of these other things that we couldn't host because we didn't have the indoor stadium to do that. Now we do, I think it's really going to be great for the city overall, personally. Are Missourians mad that they've got to drive an extra 15 minutes now to the stadium? Yeah, guess what? People on the Kansas side have been doing that for years. So overall, I mean, sad for the Chiefs. Sucks to be losing Arrowhead, but it's the start of a new era, and it's better overall for the entire city in my eyes. And that's what that's what's making me the most mad is I see all of these people are so hyper focused on how this impacts the Chiefs. And I get that, and it does impact the Chiefs, but it really impacts the entire city in a much better way, in my opinion. So pros and cons, sad about it, but I think it'll be good overall.
Well, Yeah, I mean, you talked about all the particular aspects of this, and you are not alone in this as a fan base. There's a lot of different fan bases across the entire NFL landscape that are dealing with pretty much the same type of feelings. You know, I know the Broncos are going to be moving into a new stadium in the foreseeable future in Denver. Obviously, the Titans are building a new stadium in Nashville. And even though we don't have as incredible memories as you guys do with all of your Super Bowls and AFC championships and stuff like that, like I grew up with that stadium as a kid and like it's downtown. The cool thing about the Nashville one is it's right next to where the other stadium is. So it's like, it's going to feel similar. But all of them, as you mentioned, it's all an economic decision, especially when we're talking about the B in front instead of the M, as in, you know, the billions instead of the millions. So, yeah, I'm sure you're sad. I know you're a diehard, and it's going to be weird not having the aura that is the Chiefs Kingdom Arrowhead aspect of things. But you know, better for the city, as you said, and that's what a lot of places are worrying about right now. So can't really fault it.
Another something that's ironic, which, you know, isn't really going to make sense to a lot of you people because you don't know the geography of Kansas City, but the team is moving from the corner of 435 Highway and I-70 to the corner of 435 Highway and I-70. Just on the other side.
On the other side of it.
On the other side of the metro area. So
that's really
pretty hilarious irony there. But it's going to be sad. It's going to take some getting used to. We still got 5 more years at Arrowhead before that new one gets built. So pros and cons.
We don't have to go into this deeply, but as somebody who has seen this team be incredibly successful over the last 10 years, I call it. Are you a little bit concerned about the future of the Kansas City Chiefs going into next year?
I think it's a little too early to tell. I'm still getting over how bad this year was. But you know, we've got some major offseason moves to make. That's for sure. Probably one involving our tight end, because I would expect he doesn't come back. Who knows if 15 is going to be ready for week 1 in September? We'll just have to see. So
transition period.
Too early to worry about it, though. Too early to worry about it. I got other things to worry about.
Absolutely. Yes. Shout out Royce O'Neal. Cole in your stocking, Royce. Cole. What a bozo he was last night. Great games in the NBA last night, though. We had some fun. And this is a good point, too. We don't have to deep dive into this because, again, we got games to talk about. But I don't understand why they don't do this. Like, why it can't be that much more expensive to make them retractable. And, like, then you get the benefit of both worlds. Like, you close it, you're chilling. You open it, it's a beautiful day. Or if you want to have it be cold as hell in there and you open it and you want to have that be the situation, fine. Why? I don't understand why that's a thing. But whatever. They don't call us like they do used to, Shags. They really don't.
Exactly. Mahomes will still be there in 2031, which I've also seen that is a lot of Chiefs fans are excited because when Mahomes is, you know, in his early 30s,
early 30s, yeah,
he's going to be playing in a dome, which is going to make it just easier to play the quarterback position. So Kelsey will definitely be gone. Kelsey's not going to play in the new stadium, but Mahomes will at least get a year or 2, maybe a few in that new stadium. But yeah, Kelsey's not going to play in the new stadium. He might have played his last game as a Chief.
I saw our shout out Landon. Also, where is Landon? Does he just not want to hang out with us anymore? He's just not a fan of the program anymore. He tweeted this out of Kelsey's going to retire, and then the Chiefs are going to be good like for the first half of the season next year, and then he's going to come out of retirement to come play in the playoffs next year.
Oh,
that'd be pretty interesting. All right, let's get to today. We got a big slate of games today. Huge stuff going on today. College football bowls. Not really meaningful necessarily in the college football playoff, but for some teams, specifically 2 massive NFL games we're going to talk about. As I said, big slate of hoops later tonight in the NBA, and we'll cook the parlay to get out of here. Stick around, chat, as well. Doing a giveaway today of something from our store, whether it be a hat or a beanie or something. And all you got to do is be the first one to answer the trivia question of the day. So stick around. We'll probably do it after the bowl picks, but let's see how we do. All right, Shaggles, let's jump in. Where do you want to start? You want to start at the first game, Pop-Tart? Should we just go straight to the Pop-Tarts?
Yeah, let's just go straight to the Pop-Tarts.
All right, let's go to the Pop-Tarts. Let me see if I pull it up correctly here. Yay, I did.
There it is.
Nice. Pop-Tart Bowl. There it is. BYU taking on Georgia Tech. I have to sneeze.
Bless you.
Thank you. I was holding it for so long, and then when you just can't hold it anymore and you have to speak. 3.5 point favorites are BYU taking on Georgia Tech here. Take it away. What do you like in this game? I know you wrote about it at Betting News. What are we seeing in the in probably the bowl that's going to be watched and known by the most people because it's the Pop-Tarts Bowl?
Oh yeah, easily. And you got, 2 ranked teams going head to head as well. So Pop-Tarts Bowl, what everybody's looking forward to. 2 teams that I have had a soft spot for all season. I've had a lot of fun backing both of these teams, backing both of these quarterbacks on their rushing prop as well. Georgia Tech with Haynes King and then Bear Bachmeier of BYU. But of course, bowl games, we got to talk opt-outs and injuries and all that good stuff. Things are looking pretty good on both sides. Georgia Tech, Haynes King is going to play. Wide receiver Eric Rivers also expected to play. I haven't heard word of their running back Jamal Haynes, and he's kind of what I'm really waiting for as far as news-wise in this game. I've already booked a bet, but I would really like confirmation that this guy is or is not playing. Actually, it looks like he probably is going to play.
Nice.
But looking at stuff right now, I think he is going to play. Regardless, I am on the other side. I'll be quite honest with you. Georgia Tech is going to miss their starting center. He's gone. That really hinders the offensive line. That's the guy calling out the blocking assignments, all that good stuff. So starting center out the window. They're also missing their offensive play caller who took the job at Florida. They're going to have their co-OC stepping up to call the plays for the offense. BYU, no opt-outs on their side from what I'm seeing. Everybody should play fine. Georgia Tech, they run the ball nearly 55% of the time. They do so very, very efficiently. BYU, they run it a little more, nearly 56% of the time. Yellow Jackets, a little bit more efficient in running the ball, a little bit better offensively, but the difference in this game is going to be defense. Georgia Tech could not keep up with NC State or Pitt, 2 teams that love putting up a lot of points on the board and forcing you to stop them. They couldn't stop them. They couldn't play defense because the Yellow Jackets don't really have one. Number 83 in yards per pass allowed, 5th worst in interceptions forced as well. The trench unit, even worse. Despite Georgia Tech running the ball efficiently, they cannot stop it. They're north of 100 in yards per carry allowed, bottom 50 in rushing yards allowed per game as well. BYU doesn't have the best rushing defense in the country, but they're overall much better on all levels. In the secondary, the Cougars, they're top 10 in interceptions forced. They're top 40 in yards per pass allowed and top 25 in opponent completion percentage. As far as their rushing defense goes, they're definitely a top 40 unit, you could say. And I do think their defense is going to be the difference in this game. You've got Georgia Tech, that's essentially a top 30 offense, but they're probably like 90th defensively. BYU, a top 30, top 35 offense. Their defense is right there too. So I think BYU is just much better, much more evenly balanced as well on both sides of the ball. So I got BYU. I laid the -3.5 with them, had to pay -112 for it. But I think BYU wins this game by a touchdown. I think they've got more to prove as well, because we saw this BYU team finished ranked 12th in the country, right on the cusp of the field of 12 college football playoff. They essentially would have been in had we not been letting in G5 conference champions. That's a whole different debate. But BYU lost twice this year to the same team who is playing in the college football playoff quarterfinals. That's the only team they lost to all year. They could come out, win this game, and tell everybody, hey, look, we deserve to be in there. Even though you look down on the Big 12, we lost to that team twice. They're the best team in the country. Well, we'll see if they're the best team in the country. I kind of think they are. But point being, BYU has a bigger chip on their shoulder. Their coach is staying. They're building momentum for next year as well, with Bear Bachmeier, freshman quarterback, going to come back and lead the team next year. So I think BYU just has a little bit more intangibles on their side in this game. And I think their defense is significantly better, which will definitely be the difference in this game. So give me BYU minus the 3.5 in the Pop-Tarts Bowl.
Pop-Tarts. Let's go. Pop-Tarts. I like Bear. Did you bet on his rushing yards again? You've been betting that. You bet that a lot to start the season. Just so stick with just the side. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. Just aside for me, just BYU. Yeah, no props in this one for me.
All right now. All right, let's move on. Let's go to the next game on the day. I wanted to ask you more questions about this landscape of college football and bowls and stuff like that, but we don't have time. So we'll save that for a random day, maybe when I fill in for Colby on Up Your Units and we rant about something. All right, let's move on. Let's talk about one of the two later games. This is at 7:30 Eastern this evening. The Gator Bowl, which doesn't feature a Gator at all.
Nope. No Gators.
Mizzou, the Tigers, taking on the Cavaliers of Virginia. So no Gators whatsoever. 3.5, same spread as we just saw for BYU, except it's with Missouri this time. 43.5 point total, lower total here in comparison to that 55 total we just saw in the BYU Pop-Tarts Bowl. Is it going to be just more Tiger mauling, or do you think the Virginia Cavaliers have a chance to cover the spread?
Nope. I like Virginia. I think they do have a chance to cover the spread. I am going to take their defense out of the equation, though, and we're just going to take their team total over 19.5. Now, Missouri's missing a lot. They're missing quarterback Bo Pribula, who is hitting the transfer portal, not going to play. Freshman Matt Zollers gets the start. Matt Zollers made 3 starts this year for the Tigers, didn't do very well in any of them. The Tigers will also be missing their third and fourth leading receivers, as well as their leading tackler and their starting tight end. Offensively, Missouri has to replace 40% of their receptions, 39% of their receiving yards, and 60% of their receiving touchdowns. Brent Norfleet, that tight end, he led Mizzou with 5 receiving touchdowns, not playing this game. Josiah Trotter, starting linebacker, leading tackler, also not playing in this game. Both of those guys are moving on. Not going to be featured in this game. That hurts a Missouri defense who is statistically good, this Missouri team, but they don't have a good win on their schedule. Their 4 losses were all amongst ranked teams: Alabama, Vandy, Texas A&M, and Oklahoma. 3 of those teams made the college football playoff. They're all forgivable losses. But looking at the rest of Missouri's schedule, they don't have a good win otherwise. And this is a chance for them to get a good ranked win. I just think their numbers are a little bit inflated, and I think Virginia's offense is going to tear them apart, to be quite honest with you. Tigers, they do have good stats defensively, like I said, but they're north of 100 in red zone scoring and number 98 in interceptions forced. Chandler Morris, Virginia quarterback, likes to throw the ball, will be able to sit back there and just pick apart the secondary. He might throw for 300. I definitely lean with Virginia, but the spread has steamed down. They were catching over a touchdown to start this game. We've seen the total, or we've seen the spread steam down to 3.5 where it is now. We've seen the total steam down from 50.5 down to 45.5 where it sits now. But even though Virginia missed out on a shot in the college football playoff by losing in the ACC championship to Duke, that could be demoralizing. They could choose to roll over and die. But their coach has come out and said, hey, we still need to see the importance of this game because this is their first bowl appearance since 2019. It could be their first bowl win since 2018. So I think he's really doing a good job of motivating the players of, hey, we missed out on the field of 12. Let's end this season on a high note because we've had a very, very good season. Virginia's first 10-win season in a while. And so I think their offense shows out and gets the job done here. So I like their team total over 19.5, paid minus 120 for it. But I do like Virginia on the spread. I think they win this game outright.
Nice. All right, Gator Bowl. Cavaliers apparently taking down Tigers. Sounds about right. All right, last one. In the college, there's a bunch of other bowl games today, but these were kind of the big ones. These are the ones that Shags also targeted and wrote about at bettingnews.com. You can go get a deeper dive if you want to get involved with what he's thinking about these games. Last one, late night, tuck us in, 9:30, 9:15 Eastern time. The Texas Bowl, featuring a team neither from Texas. Actually, Houston's from Texas. So I was like, wait a minute, hang on. Houston taking on LSU, ranked Houston taking on a non-ranked LSU. 1.5 point spread, pretty much a pick 'em depending on where you're shopping on the money line. Over under lower than both of the games prior, 41.5 as we sit right now. Just leaning into the quote unquote home team, eh?
We are. Where's this is the Texas Bowl, right? Okay. Where's it being played? In Texas. Okay. What city in Texas? Houston. Would you look at that? Houston playing in Houston in the Texas Bowl. Do you expect anything else? I mean, LSU has been awful this year. This is a team that had a lot of national championship dreams, hopes and dreams going into the season. Their only good win came against number 4 Clemson in the first game of the season. Clemson ended the year 7-5. LSU, they have ranked losses to Ole Miss, Vandy, A&M, Alabama, Oklahoma. They were beat up all year long. They're missing their starting quarterback, Garrett Nussmeier, has not played in 4 weeks, not going to play in this game. Michael Van Buren gets his 4th straight start, barely able to beat our Arkansas, barely able to beat Western Kentucky coming down the stretch. They're going to be missing plenty of players. Now for Houston, they had Texas A&M transfer Connor Wegman come into the franchise or program, whatever you want to call it, this season. Turned it around completely. Led them to a 9-3 season, their first bowl win. This would be their first bowl win since 2022. It would be their first 10-win season since before joining the Big 12 if they're able to win this Texas Bowl tonight. Now, again, like I said, playing in Houston, in Texas, in the Texas Bowl, we're back in Houston. But mainly because I don't think Lane Kiffin wants to inherit a team coming off a bowl win with an interim head coach. Lane Kiffin wants to lead you out of the depths of hell, which is where this LSU Tigers team is going to be after Houston beats them today. Houston, like I said, they've been sneaky impressive all year long. They lost to Texas Tech, that team in the quarterfinals, with their backup quarterback, and they're much more balanced in this situation in my mind. LSU's defense is better overall, but their offense is horrible. Tigers managed just 19 points per game this year. That's bottom 20 in both yards and points per contest. They're only scoring 14.5 with Michael Van Buren under center the last 4 games. Houston's probably a top 40 unit on both sides of the ball. They run the ball a ton, but they can move it through the air if they have to. Connor Wegman, that transfer QB, has announced he's coming back to Houston next year for his next year of eligibility. So the program is really churning in the right direction, getting their stud quarterback back. I think this bowl game is just a chance for them to put the cherry on top of a really good season for this Houston Cougars program that a lot of people expected them to be bottom of the barrel in the Big 12. But they're playing very well now, and so I like Houston to win this Texas Bowl against LSU. Give me Houston -110 on the money line.
Smell that, chat? That smells like a parlay leg. Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Is this
late
your favorite?
night home too? Yeah, I would say so. I would say Houston because I'm so far out on this LSU team. All they do is pass the ball, but they are bottom 15 in yards per attempt, third down conversions, and red zone scoring. LSU wants this season to be over and wants to move on to Lane Kiffin as their head coach and regroup for next year. So I like Houston.
Or you could just view it this way, Jeff. But some of them smell particularly better than others. That's what I'm saying. That one smells like a parlay leg.
But if you do want a whole bowl season parlay, all 8 games scrolling at the bottom right now, plus 13,500 for you folks.
I love when Shaggy gives us all of his thoughts and brain juice for one parlay. That's some good old times right there. Remember the knee jerkers? Gotta love those. There you go. I'll leave that scrolling at the bottom if you want to tail. Feel free to do so. We'll probably grab a couple of those for
it's actually the first one's getting started right now.
Right now, right?
ECU Pitt, yeah, it's kicking off like right now.
Mm-hmm. I'd love to see it, man. All right. Let's move on from bowl season and jump from that to the trivia question of the day. This is your trivia question, chat. This is your opportunity to win something from our store. I'll let you guys choose from the store you want. You want this Vibe Sat, the one on top of my head? That's cool. You like betting unders, or you want to remind yourself to bet some more? Get a beanie. A lot of cool stuff at the store. Go check it out if you don't win right now. But instead of the Duckies, this is what we're doing. In honor of it being bowl season, checks.
Mm-hmm.
Chat, remember, to win, all you have to do is answer the question first. Has to be first. So if you want to Google the answer and risk somebody getting it because you're a cheater, pumpkin eater, that's fair. But you decide how you want to do this. So first answer correct will win in the chat. First played in 1902, then annually since 1916, earning it the nickname, the granddaddy of them all. What is the oldest bowl game in college football? First played in 1902 and then annually since 1916, earning it the nickname the granddaddy of them all. What is the oldest bowl game in college football?
Yeah, I think they got it.
Deadhead. Congratulations, Deadhead. Well done, sir.
Yeah, they were fast with that one. Wow.
Bang. Bang. Chat
Let's
is very
go,
fast.
That's awesome.
Let's go. Didn't even have to read the options. Well done.
No.
Well done. You knew, right?
Oh, yeah. Rose Bowl. The history there.
The Rose Bowl. I didn't know. I only knew that it was from. I didn't know it started actually in 1902, and then it started annually in 1916. Didn't know that part, which was cool. But all right, congratulations, Deadhead. I just love saying your name too. Well done, Deadhead. Synergy, you were close, right behind, and it was top 3. You and Rusty as well. But Deadhead, send us a DM on Twitter at Your Betting News, or you can send me one personally. The Sweatpan Jesus will get you sorted out with something from the store. Congratulations. Yeah, exactly. There you go. Well done, chat. We'll get him next time, Synergy. Indeed. All right, let's swing. Let's talk about the NFL today, dude. 2 massive games in the NFL playoff race as we have gone to the last 2 weeks of the regular season. Kicks off this afternoon. Texans taking on the Chargers. Huge game for both of these teams in the AFC wildcard race and the AFC South race for the Houston Texans. 1-point favorite are the Chargers, creeped up to 1.5 in some places. Over under a very low 39.5, as both of these teams are very good defensively. Houston Texans top 3 in most statistical categories defensively. Chargers not bad themselves, top 10 in most categories as well. Justin Herbert's a full go, even though he's still dealing with those. Well, just his whole body's kind of banged up right now. CJ Stroud's fine, except for his head possibly, but he's going to be fine as well in this game. I don't have any bets in this game. Danny wrote about it at Betting News. You guys can go peep his scribbles. We talked about it some yesterday on Any Given Wager. He likes the Chargers on the money line just to win. I lean that direction too. Like the Chargers in this spot. Yesterday, the lines for Kamani Vidal and for Amarian Hampton weren't out. It was looking like Vidal may not play. Let me see if I'm seeing some live updates on if Vidal is going to play or not. I do think Amarian Hampton might be able to move the football against this Texans defense. Has been great defensively, especially in the passing department. However, they have been getting gashed in the run as of late. This is also a rematch from last year in the playoff round when Justin Herbert got absolutely annihilated in the wild card round against this Texans team, throwing, I think, 4 interceptions, one of his worst playoff performances in his entire career. I talked about it a bunch yesterday. Again, no officials from me. Might bet something by the time we get to game time. Do you like the Chargers? Lean that way. What do you think about this game?
Lean with the Chargers as far as the side. Mainly just because they are at home, and I don't have much faith in the Texans offense, which is why I definitely lean with the under here. Don't know if I'm going to take it, but that would be the bet. If you forced me to bet this game, it'd be the under. You said it. Texans, the best statistical defense in the league. Chargers right there with them. Pretty much definitely top 10, probably more like top 5 in most categories that matter. And then as far as converting on third downs, Houston bottom 10. Bottom 12 actually in doing so, bottom 7 in touchdowns per game, bottom second to last in red zone scoring percentage. So I don't see either team putting up a bunch of points. I think this game stays in the teens. I don't think either team reaches 20, to be quite honest with you. But I think we're going to get a defensive grunge match. So lean with the under, lean with the Chargers as well.
I like the under too. I feel like this game, as you mentioned, does stay with under that 39.5. You could even maybe tease it down for a bit more. I think it's just a good teaser game. Like somebody just said in chat, you could tease the Chargers either up to cross the number, or you can take the Texans at the plus 8.5 or 9.5, depending on how much of a tease you want to do, and then take that total up and then tease that down as well. If you want to go that direction, I think that could be a fun way to do it. Or you could tease both games today, as we're about to talk about the other game as well in the second window. Yeah, it should be a good one though. Huge game for both of these implications wise. Obviously, both of these teams looking like that they're probably going to creep in as a wild card for both of them, unless the Texans do catch the Jags at the top of the AFC South, which we'll find out how that game goes tomorrow. This game also will be massive implications for the Jaguars and the Colts game tomorrow. If the Texans win this football game today, Chad, the Colts are statistically eliminated from the playoffs. So that will change the math for the Jags and the Colts game tomorrow. However, if the Texans win, if the Texans lose, then that means that the Colts still have a fighting chance to make the playoffs and leapfrog the Texans. So pay attention if you're looking at that Colts game tomorrow as well, based upon what happens in this game tonight too, this afternoon. Okay, let's swing and talk about anything else on this one.
No, yeah, I mean, you mentioned it. The Chargers in the playoffs already, but still fighting to potentially catch the Broncos for the top seed in the AFC West. But yeah, major implications from both sides. So should be a good game.
Should be a good one. All right, let's go to Lambeau, late night. Gonna be cold. No dome in Lambeau. I know Wolves scored. Sorry, bro.
It's okay. Come on, Arsenal. We can go 1 for 1 for some profit.
Come on, you Gunners. All right, Packers taking on the Ravens. This line has moved a skosh to 3, and then we do have Jordan Love on the graphic. However, he is going to be sitting this game out, as this game doesn't really mean too much for the Packers as they are making the playoffs, still seeding on the line and everything like that. But Packers are in, so they're going to take it easy with Jordan Love, give him another week to rest from his concussion that he suffered last week. So Malik Willis will be getting the start for the Packers, which is why this line has gone to 3. There was question marks for both quarterbacks as to whether they were going to play, but it is looking like that Malik Willis is going to suit it up. So 3-point favorites are the Packers. Derrick Henry and company, desperation mode for the Ravens. You're seeing Henry on the graphic. No Lamar Jackson in this game. It's looking like Tyler Huntley is going to be starting for the Baltimore Ravens, who have to win. They got to win out. They need help in their division as well. It's looking like that they're going to need, not a miracle, but they're going to need a lot of help to make the playoffs this year. If they lose this game, they're done. Over-under set at 40, a solid 40 pretty much across the market, 40.5, 41.5 in some places as well. I got a prop in this game, but I want to get your thoughts first before I rattle off what I got.
Do or die for the Ravens, like you said. Kind of for the Packers, too. They are in the playoffs, but, still a chance to get on top of the NFC North if the Bears were to drop a couple of games and they'd win out. So might be wishful thinking for the Packers and anyone with the Packers to win the North ticket. Me. But Arsenal 2-0, baby. Hold on. Just hold on. I don't need any more goals, Arsenal. I just don't need one on the other side. I want to back the Packers. I don't know about the 4, though. The 4 worries me because I do lean with the under in this game, too. I don't see the offenses going back and forth. I think this one's kind of going to be a stale game offensively as well. The Ravens are, just going to try and pound the ground as much as they can. I don't know how much success they'll have doing so. So I like the under in this one, too, to be quite honest with you, which correlates with me not really liking any props. So lean with the under. Probably just going to leave this one alone, though.
Yes, like I said, it moved to 3 because you're getting Malik Willis out there, so you do get that extra point, which helps a skosh, or I guess depending on how you want to look at it. I went chalky, and I don't understand why this line is sub 80, so I'm just going to take it. Give me Derrick Henry, put the crown on, 72.5 rushing yards. Tyler Huntley, you don't want Tyler Huntley on the road in a must-win playoff. It's basically playoff-style game, having to throw the football 30 times. He had over 100 rushing yards last week. This is a decent matchup, as in for the Packers. However, over the last 4 weeks, the Packers have been pretty bad stopping the run. They got gashed twice in both matchups with the Bears, with Swift and Monunga going over their rushing yards line. RJ Harvey, who has not really been super efficient running the football for the Broncos, got over his rushing yards line as well. So in the trenches, they've been getting kind of beat. And again, this is just one of those situations. Todd Monken went away from Derrick Henry famously last week. Just they got him up 2 scores, and then they just said, nah, we're good. You just sit on the bench, big dog. We don't need you anymore. Why? If they do that again, just fire Todd Monken on the spot. That was just egregious play calling and coaching. So I expect they're going to rectify that decision and lean back into Derrick Henry getting 20 to 25 carries in this game, try to control the tempo on the road, and maybe get him to take over the football game. Also, it's going to be cold in Green Bay, and as of someone who has watched Derrick Henry for many years of his career in December, he's just so tough to tackle in the fourth quarter when you've been tackling him all game when it's sub-0 degrees. So, give me the King. I like the under too. I also kind of like the Ravens to cover, but I don't know, man. This is just, I would not be surprised whatsoever if the Packers win this game by a touchdown and just the Ravens are cooked. It just wouldn't surprise me at all. All right, there you go. That is the NFL action for today. Should be some fun for both games. As I said, lots on the line. And don't forget, tomorrow for Gridiron Gang at 10:30 Eastern, we'll be going into every single other game. The staff article, which has once again had a profitable week. We have been profitable every single week, 16 straight weeks. And I've been saying this for like 6 weeks now, so there's no jinxing around here. 16 straight weeks we have generated profit out of the Betting News staff article. That will be out later today as well. Liked your pick. You're not against anybody, so that's good.
Hey, love that.
Got some good picks rolling through this with the squad. We'll get that out for you guys this afternoon if you want to tail. I mean, honestly, if you don't listen to anything on this show, just tail the staff article. Like just literally just tail the staff article. You're going to make at least a unit. We've had some weeks where we've gone 8-4, 9-3, or excuse me. Yeah, 8-4, 9-3. We've had some 11-1s and 10-2s in there, but either we go 7-5 or higher. So pretty much every single week.
Mm-hmm.
That'll give you a unit in your pocket if you want to bet that way. 12 picks coming to you guys later on bettingnews.com. Good stuff, man. All right. I'm going to rattle off some NBA stuff. Big NBA slate tonight. Let me just pull up my notes here real quick and just waste some time for a second. I know you said you had that. What was your play that you mentioned in the one college basketball game today?
Oh, Cal State Northridge plus 16.5. No research, no nothing. That's just a whole lot of points for a Stanford team that's really not good, and Northridge likes to run. So, Matadors plus the 16.5.
There you go. And then big slate tomorrow. I'm sure you're going to have some. I know you've got some stuff circled for tomorrow already, as the kids will be back from their holiday break.
Yeah,
do they have is there a little bit of a, maybe you don't know the math on this specifically, but is there like they return from break and they're slow type of vibe for in college? Does that exist? Like, coming back from the break, maybe they need a couple games to get back into rhothem, or are they just, happy to be back?
That's certainly something to monitor. And you could maybe even take that a step further with like teams that play very, very fast. Maybe they come out a little slower these first couple of games after break, whether that be, they ate too much and weren't working out over break, whether that be just getting out of the rhythm, put some rust on the bones, whatever it may be. You could definitely look at that these first couple of games coming out of break. There might be room for some unders and a lot of missed free throws. Let's put it that way.
Oh, well, that's just par for the course anyway in college basketball. Exactly. Bricks. We're looking for bricks. Okay. Nice NBA slate tonight. Quite a few games out there this evening. Some back-to-backs for some teams, so we'll see if that matters. But after huge NBA last night, and then obviously Christmas Day, should be some fun this Saturday as well. I've got 5 plays to mention for you guys, so I'll rattle them off. All props, obviously, and of course, they're all overs. First one, I'm going with Paolo Banchero taking on at home against Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. 13.5, I got his rebounds and assist line at. He's only hit this in 3 of his last 5 games. He hasn't hit it in back-to-back games as well. But the last time he played against Denver, which was on the 18th of December, about 10 days ago, he had a triple-double, Shags. He had 16 rebounds and 10 assists in that game. This is a matchup that he should thrive in. I think that this is an opportunity as well. I know Desmond Bane has been hitting the glass coming off a double-double as well, but I really like Paolo. This might be the last game the Magic don't have Franz Wagner back. He's kind of getting closer and closer to returning from his ankle sprain. He's doubtful today, but it's looking like that he's getting ramped back up to possibly returning. Jalen Suggs also might return as well for the Orlando Magic. But I think Paolo can possibly flirt with the triple-double again. Plus 3,000 if you want to sprinkle. Just had one against this team about 10 days ago. All right. That's in the first game. One of those a little bit earlier in the on the slate. Let's move on. Let's talk about play I have in another big game today. Cleveland taking on Houston. Another game in Houston today, as the Houston Rockets are hosting the Cleveland Cavaliers. Alperen Sengun is questionable in this game, which obviously changes the math for the Houston Rockets. They're 4-point favorites right now. Probably going to stay that way unless Sengun does end up sitting, which he might. However, I am going with a guy who's been red hot right now. And I know somebody said they liked his under on the PRA for Amen Thompson. Don't hate that. I'm going with the RA though. Give me the over rebounds and assists for Amen Thompson at minus 125 is the line I got for this. I see the logic on taking the under on his PRA. He has been cooking in the PRA department, but Amen is not really a bona fide scorer. He's really not. He's a good guy, get to the cup. He can shoot decently, but he is going to be more active on the glass. He's going to be more acting in the facilitating department. And I'm kind of leaning into the idea that I think that Sengun might sit this game out. If he plays, I still like the 12.5, but if Sengun sits, then this line would be absolutely free. So give me Amen Thompson over 12.5 rebounds and assists. Last point on this too, he's played them 3 times as in the Cavaliers in his career. He had 9 rebounds and 6 assists in the game earlier this season. Last game against them last year in January, he had a triple-double, 14 rebounds and 10 assists. So I think Eamon can flirt with a TD once again tonight. If you want to go with the under PRA, feel free to do so. I don't think he's going to be scoring as freely as he has been, but I really like the rebounds and assists. Also in this game, on the other side of things, a guy who has been rumored over the last week, 10 days, that he could be possibly a part of some trade talks that are happening right now for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Give me Darius Garland over 25.5. Nothing is included on the banner. It's points and assists, though. That's what I'm talking about. Points and assists for Darius Garland, 24.5. He's had great games against the Houston Rockets in his career. He's hit this line in 3 of his last 4 with double-digit assists in 2 of those games. He's also had 8+ assists in 4 straight. So if you want to just take the assists, you can do that as well at a 6.5 line, which is minus 125. But I went for the points option as well. Don't want to miss out on the scoring. He's had 20+ points in 3 of his last 4 games. And the last time he played against the Houston Rockets last year, he had almost 40 points. He had a 39-point game. I think he's playing possibly to show off that he could be the number 1 option on another team. And I really like the PA line with the assists ripped in there as well. If you want to get cheeky, you could sprinkle the double-double as well for a really nice plus money payout there too. So should be a good game between 2 teams right now, coming off big wins. The Cavaliers threw away that game on Christmas against the Knicks. Rockets got the job done on Christmas as well against the Lakers. So we'll see how they respond to those games there. Bulls taking on the Bucks. Interesting spots here. Giannis Antetokounmpo is apparently questionable to return from his absence for that calf injury. I don't think he's going to play. However, he is questionable. So be on the lookout for news about Giannis throughout the day. I think he sits. You're not seeing lines across the board for most of the Milwaukee players due to that. When those lines do come out, I have a bet in this game, but when those lines do come out, because I can't bet this right now, if Giannis sits, just take Bobby Portis, whatever you want, anything. PR, points, just take it all. I'm not getting that on my end right now because, again, Giannis is questionable. I don't think Giannis is going to play, so lean into that however you would like to. If you have a place right now where you can play Bobby Portis' props, do that right now. Run. Leave us. Go away. Bet that. However, I'm going to lean in on the other side. I'm taking Josh Giddey over 17.5 rebounds and assists. Don't understand why they keep setting this line sub 18 or 19. And I'm going to keep taking it. We talked about it yesterday on Sauce Team. I'm with the PRA. B went with the RA. Neither one of us hit because he just hooked both of us. That's okay. He's going straight back to him again against the Milwaukee Bucks. This is a team that he has had great success against. And the last 2 games against them, he has flirted with triple-doubles or had triple-doubles. He had 14 assists and 7 rebounds against the Bucks earlier this season. And he had a triple-double against them last year with 15 boards and 10 assists. He is the number 1 facilitating option in this offense. He's going to run. And I think that has an opportunity to possibly get yet another triple-double at almost 3-1 if you want to book that as well for Mr. Josh Giddey. Last point is as well, Sook found this angle, and I've never really, I don't know what it is, but something that has to do with Australian players playing the Bucks. Anytime an Australian player plays the Milwaukee Bucks, because the Milwaukee Bucks drafted Andrew Bogut, which is like one of the first big Australian players to play in the NBA. So a lot of Aussies love the Bucks. And so then they get up to play for the Milwaukee Bucks. It's been quite some years now, but it is still a thing. Did somebody score?
Yeah, Arsenal gave up a goal.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. Yeah, Ray, that was a rebound. That's okay.
I hope Arsenal wins now, just for that aspect of things.
They're still up 2-1. They're fine.
How much time's left?
25 minutes. They'll be fine.
That's going to be a little testy, though. A little testy. All right. Last prop from me, and then we'll wrap this up, and we will cook, and we'll get out of here. This might be my favorite. It's the last game of the night. You have the Minnesota Timberwolves taking on the Brooklyn Nets. Nets have been a lot better over the last couple of weeks. Michael Porter Jr. has been spectacular for this team. The Wolves have been also very good. Anthony Edwards is questionable in this game, though. He may not play after that crazy overtime game on Christmas Day to take us home and tuck us in, taking on Nikola Jokic, which was just cinema. I'm going on the other side, though. I'm taking a Brooklyn Net, and I'm fading Rudy Gobert. Give me Nick Claxton over 24.5 points, rebounds, and assists. It's the line I got for this. He's hit this in 8 of his last 10 games, 2 of his last 3 as well. But this is how he has done specifically against Minnesota. 19 points, 8 rebounds, and 7 assists. And then last season when they played, 18, 6, and 5. I like his assist a lot at 3.5. It was a little too juicy for me to take individually when I was labbing this up last night, but I like taking the rebounds assist if you want. I like taking the points ripped into this as well. I just think that he's going to have a nice game doing a little bit of everything, but I love the assist. I think the assist is a ladder spot. 7 and 5 assists in his last 2 games against Rudy. This is a target also as well if you target centers taking on the Timberwolves as well. They just are a lot easier to facilitate from that nails position or from just inside out basketball type of deal against Rudy Gobert. So love this 24.5 PRA. Like the assist laddered up as well. If you want to get frisky with double-double too, it's plus 260. He's had a double-double in 2 of his last 3 games, and he has flirted with double-doubles last 2 matchups with Rudy Gobert. If you want to go real crazy, it's triple-doubles plus 3,000. Don't think he's going to get a triple-double, but he has had one this season, and this is a good matchup for him to facilitate quite a bit if the Nets are knocking down shots on the road. So, all right. There we go. Lots of plays, lots of overs. Threw out some names that I haven't bet on a lot this season. Went a little less chalky than normal. So hope you chat like that. And no, I will say this last point, and then we'll jump in. Cook it up. Last night, as chat was saying, Royce O'Neal sold soul. You guess they're playing the exact same team again today? In the exact same situation again today?
Guess what we're going right back?
You bet your bottom dollar that Royce O'Neal is going to have 15 points. You bet your ass he is. Probably not going to bet it, but you can just go ahead and set it and forget it, chat. If you bet him yesterday and he sold you, you can come back once again right now today and probably have 4 threes in the first quarter. So it was always going to be Nas. Sure, Jeff. If you want to go that way, go for it. I don't know what this person is saying.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Are they trying to?
I got no idea. I
don't know.
tell you.
Have a good Christmas. Thanks. Yeah, absolutely. What's up, Chewy? Thanks for tuning in on Kick. And you got Popeyes.
Naturally.
Bojangles. Chicken biscuit. Best of the best. No doubt. Yeah, Jeff, there you go. All right, let's cook, Shags. So, first leg, you want Houston money line, right?
Yep, give me Houston.
All right, Houston ML to start us off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Houston money line.
Houston money line.
Minus 140 or minus 120, excuse me. Okay, NFL. Do you you down to ride with Henry, or do you want to take something in this like a side or a total?
Let's do Henry. I like what you're saying there. That number's low.
Okay. Derek. It's up to 76.5. That's okay.
That's okay. Mm-hmm.
I think he gets 80. Do we want to do any? I liked what you had to say about the Chargers. We could also just ride with Danny and take the Chargers money line.
Let's do that. I like that. Might as well.
Okay. Chargers ML. And then of all the NBA I discussed.
He
He wanted to gift some subs. Well, appreciate you. Thanks so much. I'm sorry your card didn't work, but thank you for. You can maybe drop a sub to the channel. You don't have to gift it. You can just sub us if you want. But thanks anyway.
I liked Garland, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Daddies.
Darius. The PA.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. Darius Garland points and assists. No Royce O'Neal?
I feel like chat has a bad taste in their mouth with that guy, so we'll just leave it alone.
They might riot. All right. Some afternoon action and then taking us home and tucking us in is Houston. Chargers to win. Just to win. Get the job done. Then Derrick Henry, 76.5 rushing yards, Jeff. Darius Garland, over 24.5 points and assists. And then Houston to take us home and tuck us in the college football realm, plus 1,100. That is your BETSPRESSO for your beautiful Saturday. If you'd like to tail-toe responsibly, as always, put a cup of coffee on it, half unit, quarter unit, full unit if you're feeling frisky. Whatever you want to do, it's your money. Bet responsibly. We're giving you lots of individual bets, lots of straights to bet throughout the day today, as always. And we had a giveaway to our dog, Deadhead. We appreciate you, Deadhead. Deadhead. Great stuff, man. And I got you out of here on time. Right in time for the tea time. Hit him long and straight, my man.
Oh, we'll try. Last round of 2025. Got to make it a good one.
Gotta make it a good one. You playing with your pops today?
Yes, sir. Yep. He's picking me up here in a little bit.
Let's go. Hello to Papa Shags. Go follow Shaggy Bets on the socials. Get involved with all of his content at Shaggy_Bets as well. And go follow us at Betting News at bettingnews.com for all the analysis we have for free for you guys over there. And also on the socials at Your Betting News across all platforms. Follow me too. Get involved with all of our stuff. We'll catch you guys again tomorrow right here on the network. Follow, like, subscribe. You know, you'll get a notification every single time you see our beautiful faces pop up on your screen. Love to see it. And we will catch you guys in the morning for Gridiron Gang. Go tail the parlay. I'll read it off one more time before Shags gets out of here. Houston on the money line. Derrick Henry, 76.5 rushing yards. Chargers to win. And then Darius Garland over 24.5 points and assists plus 1,100. Bing, bong, bang. Shags, have a fantastic Saturday. Pleasure,
Yes,
dude.
sir. You as well, man.
As always. Yeah, indeed. Guys, you guys came for the winners. You stayed for the vibes. Have a fantastic rest of your day. We'll catch you guys in the morning for Gridiron Gang for more NFL action, and enjoy all the sports that you have on the entire slate today. Take it easy, chat. Take it easy, Shags. Have a good one. Peace.
What you know about rolling down in the down in the
Now I know y'all be loving this shit right here.
rolling.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Down in the rolling.
What you gonna do? Right, y'all be loving this shit.
What you know about